Cristiano Ronaldo is Muslim now.
They should put that in the deal, man.
$1,000,000%.
Amazing.
Add that to the fine print. Be like, hey, here's 500 million, wherever the fuck. Come to Saudi Arabia, and for 2 years, you also have to be Muslim.
Wow. Dude, Andrew Tate did it again. He started a trend,
the game,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
He changed the motherfucking game.
It'd be kind of smart.
So this story, what you're saying is, you want to break it down real quick?
Yeah, basically a Saudi team, Al-Nassr, I think is the name. I think they just confirmed it today. They offered him a multi-$100 million deal.
I think it's $200 million a year for 2 years.
Yeah, $200 million a year for 2 years to play in Saudi Arabia, in the Saudi league, against only other Saudi teams.
Crazy.
Can I ask you a question? That's a crazy amount of money. What is negotiations like with a Saudi team? Where it's like money's it's not even real to you.
Yeah.
I feel like I could say any number I want to until you might behead me.
Yeah,
Literally. Is that what it is? Is that what you're trying to feel? Like, what number will make them not feel disrespected and cut my head off?
Yeah. 200 million, why can't you say 201 million?
So
like, they're not going to say
$500
no.
million a year. Who cares?
You could just go up by $1 million increments and they'd be like, all right, fine. You know what I mean? Like, why not?
Yeah.
It means nothing. He should have asked for $500 million a year. I bet they just said yes.
Yeah.
Messi, if you go to the Saudi team, $500 million a year.
What's weird about this, that like, for example, Beckham's deal, he came to LA Galaxy way back in this is like 10 years ago now, probably. And I think he got crazy money. It was like record-breaking deal, and I think he got a piece of the MLS.
Team, right?
I think he got
the entire MLS?
I think it was a piece of the league.
The entire league?
Piece of the league, and then he got the option to buy a team at any point in the future at a capped price of
For $25 million to buy a team.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Like,
Did
insane.
he buy the Miami team or something like that?
Insane deal. Like, he got so much value. I don't think you can ascribe the same value. I mean, granted, the MLS is different, but in fairness, most of the MLS teams are profitable, whereas in Europe, there's a lot of teams that are not profitable. So I'm like, okay, even if you buy an MLS franchise, it might not be that big, and it might not be that successful, but it'll make money, and you have an actual asset. For Cristiano, he's like, okay, I'm going to go there, get a bunch of money, but you can't really leverage to like own a part of the league. And I don't know enough about the Saudi league to think, oh, is there like a deal where he can own the team, and would that actually be an asset that's worth having?
I feel like they're not giving up ownership of nothing, bro. They don't even let their wives drive cars. What the fuck are you talking about? They give you ownership of it. But you could ask for any amount of money. I feel like.
But why would you want ownership of a Saudi team? Like,
Yeah.
well, maybe there's money in it. I don't know.
Wait, what's that?
Maybe there's crazy money.
No,
in it. I
you're
have
right,
no
but
idea.
I assume everything is just propped up. You know, but listen, 200 million, so 400 million or 500, whatever it is. Are you telling me that it's not worth for him to come to the U.S. and get a piece of, I don't even know if it's the MLS, but what if it's fucking the Miami team? What if he came? This is what I would do if I'm him, but maybe he's too competitive. Wherever Messi's going, which is I think like FC Miami or something like that, I would go too. I'd join FC Miami with Messi.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I'd say, I want a piece of the team.
That'd be crazy.
Messi, you get a piece of the team. This is going to be the most popular team in the world now.
Maybe in soccer history.
In history.
Yeah.
We're playing on the same team in fucking I'd go back to Art Basel. I'd go back to Art Basel for that. That's the only condition that I go back to Art Basel.
I would say, give me a team. I'm taking ownership of a new team, and it's me and Messi. We're co-owners 50-50, that's it.
That'd be a great idea, too. Miami's the perfect city for the both of them.
Yeah.
They're both Spanish speakers. They both are probably way more familiar with, like, definitely Messi, South American culture.
I mean,
but
they both got famous through the Spanish league in Spain.
Absolutely.
Like Real Madrid and Barcelona.
I mean, this to me is such a no-brainer. Are you going to make less money now? Sure. I don't want to ever tell somebody he doesn't need more money, but you probably have $500 million or something
already.
like that.
Yeah, you could take a $100 million deal now to then have it be worth another $500 million in 10 years or whatever the fuck.
Exactly. You're getting that piece.
Yeah.
MLS is only going to explode, especially after what you guys do.
Now, he could still technically do that.
After 2 more years?
Get $500 million in Saudi Arabia, and then at 39, go play in the MLS.
Yeah,
still
but
be a
it's
star.
2 years of
If
you
you're
also
still
missing
relevant.
out on the brand deals you can get in the U.S. that Messi's going to get. I mean,
He ain't getting no $200 million brand deals.
That's the thing.
no, add them all together.
No matter what you got from the MLS, could it come close to 200 to 450 million or whatever?
Unless you get part of the team or an option or
and
something.
even then,
part of the team.
even then, what are you selling an MLS team for? 80 million? I'm just lowballing maybe.
no.
Like,
It's skyrocketing right now. So get in early.
250?
You'll be fine.
Yeah, the big franchises are actually pretty good. Like LA Galaxy is worth a lot.
I mean, I'm just saying Miami, it seems to me, is a perfect place for a soccer team.
Yeah.
Basketball, nobody shows up.
yeah.
Because Miami is the Latin American version of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Just like I've said this before, Hawaii is the Asian version of the United States of America. The things that are popular in Asia are going to succeed in Hawaii. Okay? Simple as that. The things that are popular in Latin America are going to succeed in Miami. Simple as that. There's one comedy club in Miami. Stand-up isn't popular in South America yet. Right?
Yeah.
Of course, there's just going to be one.
Yeah.
Right? I guarantee
I'll be
there's
there
a
March
whole-
11th through 13th.
Hey.
But Messi can be in New York, Spanish speakers, LA
Messi-
would
I
be
mean,
a
they
great
can
thing.
lit-
And by the way,
they can go
values on the teams, LAFC that just won 900 million.
Oh, shit.
Galaxy 865.
I am completely
Atlanta 855. No, the sport, I think I want to check it, but in
This is a
attendance surpassed
no-brainer.
NHL
It
as
did,
like
yeah.
it's after,
Bro, get a piece of the
football,
team.
NBA,
You both get a
MLB.
piece. Even if you don't play with each other is just crazy because who's going to not go to that game?
Yeah.
We have to go. If you have the opportunity, you have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
it does crazy for the whole league.
Can they play well together? I don't know, like, their games enough.
I mean, probably. I'm not gonna say they can't, especially in the MLS. Like they're both like so many leagues above like the entire league itself.
But, like, stylistically, like, there's certain NBA players that, like, you can't have them play with each other.
I don't know.
Their
I think
styles just don't
it'd be
blend.
tricky because both the teams, like you're ideally trying to build the team around the stars, and if you have two stars, is
Didn't
it
MLS
tricky
used to
to
have
build
a-
the rest of the players?
Did they used to have a rule though? Like you could pay one player X and then the second
You
player
break the rule.
and then it's even across?
You
Yeah,
break
the
the
MLS,
rule.
I'd be like, all right, because every single
But
game.
yeah, I think what he was right, and a lot of like European basketball teams do this. You can have like tops 4 American players,
Yeah.
and then the rest have to come from the rest of the world or your country.
But yeah, every game they play, anywhere they play, is sold out. And then you can take them globally, just like in the offseason, be like, hey, we're going to go do a match in Saudi Arabia and wherever. We'll play Liverpool in Saudi Arabia.
I mean, this is just.
I've gone to those, like at the Coliseum. Just
it's the Harlem
100,000
Globetrotters at that point. You get Cristiano and Messi on the same team, but he could still technically do that. And maybe they're too competitive to play together, but
Maybe they finally just want to. It's fun. They don't give a fuck about playing in America, right? This is just a bag that you're going to cash.
Yeah.
And I mean, this just seems like such a fucking no-brainer.
he could still do it. He could go 2 years, make crazy money, and then come back and be like, hey, I have all the leverage. Like, you can't offer me enough money. You got to offer me equity.
Yeah, but at least now there's this feeling that they're not in their prime, but they're not too far removed.
Right.
Yeah.
They're still playing World Cups. They're still competitive. Yeah.
Still scoring goals. Messi's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
scoring in the World Cup, right?
Like at 39, last thing we want to do is see washed Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it was like with Beckham, right? We saw washed Beckham.
A
I
little
think he
bit.
won a championship though.
Yeah. No, I mean, he was competitive, but like you're getting everyone out of their quote unquote prime.